Welcome back to another episode of Skader Things, a podcast. My name is Blue, JustBlue333, and I am here with my two co-hosts. We've got Mr. Obby Mage and Sylvie, otherwise known as Evan.
Otherwise.
And otherwise, a lot of otherwises. Otherwise known as a lot of things, but welcome.
By a lot of aliases.
Hello.
Hello. We've been on vacation, so forgive us if we sound a little off today.
It's been
We're still
6
coming out of
weeks.
vacay mode. It's been 6 weeks. I feel like that's a song. Isn't that like a Bare Naked Lady song lyric?
I don't know.
No?
I don't listen to Bare Naked Ladies. I only watch them. Sorry.
What? It is. It's a song, I swear. So we'll have to add that in at the end. See, there it is. Just kidding. All right. Well, welcome, guys. And today we have a very, very, very special co-host, and that is JustMagic 777, or we just say Magic. So Magic,
Hi,
welcome
Magic.
to Skader Things.
Woo!
Welcome to the podcast. It's your turn.
The set has not been ruined. We're editing that out.
Wait, we didn't break something? What is wrong with
We
us?
didn't break anything. Welcome, Magic.
Just kidding.
No, it's
It's fixed. Oh no, it's not fixed.
It's not symmetrical. My beautiful set. It's ruined.
Why are you fixing it, Evan? Okay, no, this is just fun.
There we go.
This is just entertaining. Aw, he fixed it.
He got it eventually.
Why do you always have to clean up my messes?
That's my entire
Life's
life
messy.
is cleaning up your messes.
Life's messy. Clean it up.
Life's messy. Get them made.
Yeah. Annoying people like
Get
you
an oven.
mess up. Annoying people like you mess up the world, and it's up to people like me to clean the world up.
Is that
You're
why
the
you have
cleaner
a
upper.
butler costume on at all times? Because you're Blue's butler, basically.
Might as well be.
Hey, wait a minute. I could use that.
Yeah.
Can you be here by
Remember-
6?
Remember when I used to always call Riley your secretary?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now you finally got a butler?
I know. We got TK's butler. TK, hey, what's up if you hear this? We missed your butler. That was awesome. Good days.
You missed
good
your
times.
butler?
You
Yeah, don't you remember? He would like say Master TK or something like crazy, and you know, your bath is ready, and we would just die laughing. You remember? Good times.
Oh, yeah.
And every time his grandfather clock would chime, I would say doorbell, and he'd get really mad.
Doorbell.
Doorbell. Hi, TK. We've seen this. We miss you. Hi.
So,
But that's old.
anyways.
We're in with the new, and the new is Magic. So hey, Magic. What's up?
Okay. Hi, Magic.
Sorry,
Hello.
TK. How are you? How's your day been?
My day's been okay.
It's been okay. That's what we can ask for these days.
Mhm.
So, I'm glad
I'm
to
good
know
with.
that's okay.
I'm team okay over here. So sometimes that's good. Okay is good, you know.
I'm team meh today.
Oh, meh is such a mood.
Meh.
I'm team drained.
Team drained. That's about right. Look at your
More
blood
like
flow. I mean, you're
clogged.
looking a little gray. Get him some Drano.
Yeah, it's done messed up.
I'm
You
gonna
messed
have.
up?
You've done messed up.
Do tell. Spill the tea.
I have not messed up in any regard.
Oh, okay.
Uh
I
huh.
was just saying.
So
I
we're
was
gonna get
saying
an
it's
exciting
done-
story.
No. I was gonna say no. I've just just a done messed up situation being drained, and losing all my
Oh.
color and my blood being drained.
That's why he is gray all the time, guys. If you guys don't know, Evan actually is colorful like every single time before we do this podcast. But as soon as he gets into the podcast, all the color drains from him.
In fact, here's a picture of him right there.
Yeah.
And you can see full of color. Mhm.
Full color.
there.
hmm
And that was like 20 minutes before this episode. So,
Literally 20 minutes before the episode.
We start to record and boom, drained. Drano comes out. The clog happens, Yeah.
All right, fellas, I got something I need to talk about. And this
Oh,
is
please
actually
do.
really good because Magic's on this episode. So usually
Yay, okay.
I will say that I try to save anime conversations for the very end of the podcast because it is like something that happens that like a lot of people usually skip over the anime talk or they're not interested in it. But Magic is going to be the exception because Magic, you've gotten a lot into anime these past couple years, and
Yes.
recently we had the biggest annual anime event happen, Anime Expo. Which, if you don't know what Anime Expo is, it is a convention that happens in San Diego every year. That is like where most new anime get announced for like new seasons and new stuff, everything like that.
Ooh, like Anime Con, like
Yeah,
that, like an Anime Con kind of thing.
It's the biggest anime convention, basically. It is huge, just like monumentally huge. And it is where like so many things get announced, and there have been big announcements. I think I've already told you, Blue, but they announced that season 2 of Free Run is appearing in January 2026.
Oh,
So,
my girl, Fear up there.
Yep.
We love her, don't we, Magic? 3 of us
Yep.
over here love her. Not you, Evan.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
we
Betty,
love her.
So that's the
That's why you're
first
so
thing.
gray.
Exactly.
There's also been just a whole lot of other announcements. Some of my favorite anime, like Mushoku Tensei, is getting a season 3. ReZero is getting season 4. There was another one that was like on the top of my head. There's a new anime coming out of a webtoon, which if you don't know what a webtoon is, it is basically just like an online comic. But it is of my first ever webtoon that I ever read called Let's Play. And it is by far like this is something that I read all the way back in like 2018. Like this was stuff that I was reading even before COVID and everything, and it is now finally getting an anime, and I am so happy that it is getting an anime. And so I wanted to ask you, Magic, if you've seen any of the new recent anime releases or anime announcements, and if there's anything that you're interested in so far.
Okay. Well, I actually there are a few anime announcements that I'm pretty excited for. First of all, I'm trying to read the manga right now, but I'm waiting for that time I got reincarnated as a slime movie and new season.
Yes, Slime is amazing.
Yes, it got announced before, and also I believe I don't know if it was recently, but I know that Demon School Aruma-kun season 4 got announced as well, which I'm excited for because it's one of my faves.
I have not
Recently.
watched that one yet, but I've heard very good things about it, and I definitely need to try it out.
Yeah, I ended up I watched the whole thing, then I wanted to see what happens after the show, so I ended up reading the whole manga.
That's
all
how it happens.
300 Yeah, I read all 390 something chapters.
Dude,
This is why I can't do this.
I'm so bad, especially when it's like romance manga. Like I will watch like the first 3 episodes of an anime, and it's a currently airing one, so it's like one that happens every other week or every week. And I'm like, after episode 3, I'm just like, I can't wait an entire week. I'm gonna read the entire manga before the next episode comes out. And I've done that so many times. Like some of the bigger examples are like Horimiya, Kaguya-sama, Love is War. I think no, not Golden Time. Golden Time's been out for years. Crap. What was the other one? My head's fried. There was another one, but I forgot. Either way, though, I am very much like that, Magic, where I go into an anime fully expecting to just like watch it and enjoy it, and then I get so hooked into it that I just start reading the manga right away.
Yeah, one of
Dang,
the
that
ones
sounds kind of fun though.
there's another one that was announced a while back, but it's called Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon. That one's I actually read the manga because I couldn't wait for it. I think it's like I don't remember what it's. I think like the 2025, I think. But I heard it looked really good, and I heard the manga was good, so I read the manga. I got up to as far as I could find as many chapters, so there's still more left, but finding them is the problem. So,
Mm-hmm.
so you can read them. But yeah, I did read most of it. So, and I thought it was really good. So the anime for it's going to be good.
for sure.
Now these are ones. Now what you're talking about, obvious things that are coming out that aren't out yet, right? Season like
Yes.
they okay. So it's not what Magic's been talking about, which is something that just came out, which is the Demon Slayer or something like that, right? Magic. What's
No,
that one
that's not
called?
anime. That's a Netflix movie.
Oh, I think it was an anime.
Wait, is the
I
Demon
actually
Slayer movies out now?
no.
No,
It's called. There's this new movie out on
K-pop.
Netflix called K-pop Demon Hunters, and I kept
Oh,
calling it
that.
Yes,
K-pop
that
Demons.
one.
I kept
Yeah,
calling it
it looked
K-pop Demon
anime-ish to
Slayer.
me. Sorry if I just
It
offended all the
definitely
animes in the world.
It
it
was all
has that kind of
Koreans.
it has like that style of Spider-Verse kind of like animation. Like it's
Okay. I've only seen
Dudes.
like as I'm
Oh,
flipping through Netflix, I'm just seeing like a 30-second, clip of it. But okay.
I
'Cause I know
can't.
yeah.
Magic's been really into that.
I can't think of Into the Spider-Verse without just being mad that the third movie hasn't come out yet. Because
Yeah.
every time I think about it, I think about the cliffhanger they left us on Across the Spider-Verse, and I'm like, what you expected me to wait? I waited 6 years for a sequel to that movie, and then you leave it off on that kind of cliffhanger, and it's been 2 years. Well, actually, wait, 3 years almost. Well, no, it's 2023. So yeah, 2 years, and we still haven't even gotten an update of when it's going to come out yet. Are you kidding me? Why? What the hell, Sony? It makes me so mad because I love Into the Spider-Verse. Miles Morales is amazing. Love him so much. But yeah, I have seen a bit about K-pop Demon Hunters, mainly because my roommate has been getting into it. But
Ooh, okay.
I have personally
Yeah.
not watched it.
She
I
has
honestly
very good taste in things, in my opinion. So
I've
okay. I'm
everyone
interested.
the songs in it are like by the name it's K-pop Demon Hunters, so you can kind of guess it's K-pop music in it. So, uh, but the songs from the movie are getting more watches than the actual K-pop bands. Actually,
Oh, that's
Mm,
so
funny.
it's very funny. Fictional K-pop band is getting more views than a regular K-pop band. Yeah.
I always
Also, I
find
heard
it
That's
that.
really
funny.
funny when like a band or a show, or like when a show or a movie promotes like a band song, or if they do a fictional song, because like they do that for other series like Bochi The Rock. They just created their own band and stuff for it, and then somehow the music pops off like a shit ton compared to the actual movie and show does.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like it. I don't want to spoil anything because it's really good. But I was told that that movie took 9 years to make. That's what I'm told.
Wow. That's a
It was
commitment.
That
yeah, it was
actually makes me
actually
excited.
yes,
That
it was
that's like got Hightail vibes. Only that just made me sad
yeah,
saying that. So
Oh,
sorry,
don't talk
Hightail.
about
At least this thing
Hightail.
actually
Scotty.
came out.
But that took a long time too. It's nice. I mean, but oh my gosh,
It,
that's crazy.
I I love
Let's all cry for 1 minute.
I unfortunately do judge the quality of like things that say they took a long time to come out. Like I will be the first one to say that I knew as soon as the Steam Deck was going to come out that I was going to buy one right then and there. Because I've been hearing rumors of like a Steam Deck portable machine ever since 2014, like back
Oh
when I
wow.
just started high
Yeah.
school. And so to hear
Wow.
rumors from back then and it came out in 2022, that's 8 years. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I definitely want this because I know they've spent so long refining that thing. They were talking about it before the Switch even came out. So yeah, I am a big proponent of like judging things based off how long it took to come out sometimes.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
This
because
one
you have higher expectations. If something that's like an idea becomes a concept, and a year later they put it out, you're like, okay, it might be okay. But something that that the company has worked on for so many years, your expectations are higher because they put in so much more time on that product, or yeah,
mhm,
it's just that's how my brain works at least.
Sometimes it
yeah.
does lead to disappointing results though too. Like I know Cyberpunk was not received well at launch because of how much of a buggy mess it was, even though they took
Yeah.
7 years to release it. Nowadays, I know it's a fine game and it runs stably and everything, but like 7 years of development and you release something in such a buggy state like that, that's like unacceptable. So
It is completely unacceptable.
It's a great game, though.
The long-standing problem of like of that stuff where it's like, well, this game's going to be amazing because we spent a decade on it. It's like, that doesn't guarantee anything, though. Like, that, if anything, means that you actually have to deliver, because you're basically saying that our game is better because it took so long to make. Like, I think that it's it can actually be points against you. Like, if it turns out great, then it's like, hey, yay, it was worth it. But a game that does really well after like a year will always be remembered more than a game that was worked on for 15 years and was good enough. Like, Papers, Please took like 2 years to make maximum. There was no stringing along. There were frequent dev update, and it made steady progress from birth to death. And the game will be remembered in gaming history forever because it sold so well, it performed so well. That was made by one dude over the course of 2 years. That'll be remembered more fondly than Cyberpunk, even now if Cyberpunk is the greatest game ever, because of how it released.
Actually, you're reminding me of a game that came out by one person, but it's a violent game. So,
Ooh, which game?
it's a horror game called Choo Choo Charles.
Oh. Do you remember that
Uh,
game Telly streamed the other day that was like a baby's perspective of like
Oh
were
yeah.
you in the call for that? What was that
It
game?
was
Because that's another game that like
no, that
was like
wasn't. That was
super
like a
low
month
budget.
ago. That was a month ago, wasn't it? Like,
Oh, the other day to me as always. It could have been a year ago. I would just say the other
it was
day.
basically about a kid and his teddy bear going on
Yeah.
a journey through emotional trauma.
Yeah,
That-
it's like literally. Were you two in the call for that? That was
No.
I
crazy.
think
I don't
I
remember
think
this at all.
yeah. Don't you remember?
It's
It
like
wa-
it's
you
like
were
a
in the
very
call, I
popular
swear.
yeah, I
Telly,
swear one of you guys was
was in
here.
The
call.
last game
It
that
was-
I saw Telly stream was Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So
It was before that. It was
I think
no,
it was
I wasn't there.
before.
it was
Yeah,
it was
it's like
that-
a really low budget like
It was a
game.
Norwegian game. A name.
Yeah, it's a Norwegian game, but it's like a popular game, but it's a Norwegian game. Yeah, we'll have to get with Telly. We'll put the name right there. There you go. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it was. That was a traumatic game. But yeah, I want to get back to anime for a little bit because
Yes, go for
I
it.
know there's one anime that me and Obby both like, which is Apothecary Diaries, which is
Mhm.
by far my favorite. They finished the current season. I'm still
No
not finished.
spoilers. I am
No,
not finished either.
No, I don't even know what happened in the last episode. I literally am only on like episode 16. I'm like 20 episodes behind.
I don't know how many episodes behind I am, but I have not watched it since my surgery. So I'm at least 4 weeks behind, if anything. So
I'm probably like 7 weeks behind. I stopped and
Apothecary Diaries is so good though. I think actually,
Oh, yeah.
Evan, you would love that series. It's
Yeah, I should
talking.
probably actually try giving it a watch.
Yeah, it is about Chinese history, and basically a female apothecary gets basically kidnapped and brought to the royal palace, and a bunch of like shenanigans ensue. And now it's like about her journey navigating a complex politics of the palace while just wanting to do apothecary things and being very, very intelligent and smart compared to everyone around her.
Actually, you can almost consider it a medical drama, honestly.
It
feels
is a
like
medical drama. It is.
It's an old,
Oh, go ahead.
it's an old century medical drama.
I will say that I have one Annie-tuber that I watch a lot is Geguk. He's part of the Trash Taste podcast. If you are podcast watchers, he talked about how he got his mother to watch it, and his mom is like a very old, Thai traditionalist mother, like one who doesn't watch a lot of TV or who watches like normal TV, like Hollywood and stuff like that. And he got her to watch it, and she watched it all within like 24 hours. And it's 25 episodes for season 1. So, she was like, I finished it. When does it continue? And his mom was mad at him for suggesting a series that ended so soon. And I was like, oh wow. I loved that. I loved that for her. But yeah, it's a very good series, and I think it's very good if you like Chinese history. So
Evan, wink wink.
Wonder who likes that. But yeah, Apothecary Diaries is genuinely a really good show. And I think it also has one of the best female protagonists of all time.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, she's not real. But she's real in my heart.
Yep.
Mao Mao is real in my heart.
Yeah, I'm more interested in I love the main character, but Jinshi's my favorite.
Jinshi, I love Jinshi, but at the same time, a lot of his charm comes down to the fact that he is just mysterious. And like, to me, that kind of stuff is so boring after a while. Like, when you are just like, oh, I'm charming, I'm handsome, I'm hot, and I'm mysterious. Like, you're just asking to be a character that you're there for fan service more than you are there for anything else, if that's what I would describe it as. Like, you're there to just make the females love the series. And the gays. And the gays.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? We need something.
The females should love the series because they're getting representation by the protagonist, okay? That's all I'm saying. You don't need a hot man to come in to tell you a series is good. Hello,
okay,
woman.
Fine.
Fine. Now that when that backstab backwater dungeon one comes out, this one comes out in fall of 2025, I believe.
Speaking of Magic, have you been watching a series that's currently airing called Witch Watch?
I have it on my list. I really want to, but I took a break from anime for a little bit. I'm reading manga right now. I just really gotten into manga, so I kind of took a break from watching anime. So
you need to read Witch Hat Atelier.
Yes, that too. I'm actually more focused on manhwa specifically, like colored, like the ones on Webtoon kind of stuff. I'm kind of liking those. They not because they have color, it's just they're really good. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll be the first one to say it that as much as I love Japanese manga and anime, when I read a manhwa, which manhwa is just Korean manga, Korean comics, by the way. Holy shit, the art out there slaps so hard. Like, their art in those comics, just, it's beautiful. Like, some of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Like, goddamn, why is this in a comic and not in the Lou right now? Beautiful. So
I'll have to check that out. I want to see the art side.
Yeah, the art.
I don't have a desire to see the other side, but
yeah,
the art.
A very popular one is Solo Leveling. It does have an anime adaptation, but just like, if you want to just see the art of it, just search up like Solo Leveling panels, and you just look at it. It's like, holy shit, someone drew this, which is sad because the illustrator actually died like 2 years ago. Rest in peace, Dubu.
Oh.
But holy God, his art was amazing.
Yeah, I'm actually want to read the manhwa. I finished the anime. I just need to watch the manga or whatever it's called. Because I have it on my manhwa. And then there's the new version of it, which is in a continuation. Which I have on my list as well.
Solo Leveling Ragnarok. I have finished the original.
Is it that I just sent you, Obby, in the Skader Thing channel? Yeah. Wow, this is crazy good. He died? That's so sad.
Well, the illustrator died for it. The story creator is still alive, but I know, if I remember correctly, because he died right before season 1 aired of the anime. And I think they if I can't remember, but I think they offered some of the like whatever his pay cut was of the anime, they offered it to his family as like just like as a thank you for him. I don't know how much he actually made off of it, but like still
They
that
got
it was
$5.
probably
Yeah.
knowing anime probably, but still that's like something sweet
It's
because
still really cool that they did that. Yeah.
he was a very talented artist.
That's really awesome.
Actually,
Yeah, I'm
there's
looking at some of the pictures. Are
there's one
amazing.
anime that I really wanted to read the manga, but I found out that the manga ended at like chapter 14 because the creator of the series died. So it's literally the only thing that they have is the anime.
Mm.
Oh.
What's it called again? The Misfit of Demon King Academy.
Oh yes, yep. That one had such a stellar season 1. And then I saw like the first episode of season 2 and it dipped in quality so hard. Like I was very disappointed in it.
Liked it. I was just having a tad hard time keeping up with all the information. Like that, like it's one of those things where the guy's super overpowered and it's OP through logic, but
Mm-hmm.
also it's you have to keep your heads on because it is very hard to comprehend sometimes.
Yeah, it is. Magic, I got a question for you.
Okay.
So I've successfully before gotten both Blue and Evan to watch some anime before. Blue, I've
Free run?
successfully gotten free run to. I have
Oops.
Fruits Basket is the other one that I've gotten both of them to watch before. We only made it through halfway through season 2 and we never finished it, but hey.
Me too. I missed it. It was actually pretty good.
And I was thinking the other day that there is one of my most favorite anime of all time, Code Geass. I was like not rewatching it, but I was watching clips of it on YouTube and stuff like that. And I thought to myself, my goodness, why have I never told Evan about this anime? Because he would literally love this series so much. It's
Yes.
go ahead.
No, yeah, he would love that series. I haven't watched it because I watched like the first episode then stopped. But it is basically it's 100% like a political thing. It's like
It is a political
or
thriller.
yes,
So
that's what it
Nice.
Evan.
the premise of it is in an alternate reality where there's only 3 empires that rule the entire world: the Britannia Empire, Chinese Empire, and I can't remember the other one because they're less relevant. But Japan is subjugated under Britannia, and it is about one of the kids,
As it should be.
one of the children of the emperor is leading a rebel force in Japan for their independence from Britannia. So it's a big political thriller. It is mecha too, so you have giant robots fighting, which is cool. But it is. I was watching clips of it, and I was like, I've seen it like 3 times. It is one of my favorite series of all time, and I thought to myself, God damn, Evan would actually love this series so much. Like that Apothecary Diaries, there's like so many good shows that like I think you specifically I would heavily recommend for you. But I know that if I recommend a show for you, you're less likely to watch it because you've said that yourself that when people recommend you shows, you are less likely to watch them.
It's not exactly that. That's a little bit. That's partially true. It's more when
I think it's
people
more the
like
building up.
say when people say it's the best thing ever. You got to watch it. It's so
Yeah,
good. Like
the build
honestly,
up.
great. It's the buttering the show up to the like the entry. If you just drop it like, hey, I think you might like this, like, that's fine. But when people literally just don't shut up about how amazing it is, it's like that puts me off because I always get disappointed in the end.
is.
Even though you
I
do
don't
that
like
with Firefly.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
Firefly
And
deserved
Shogun
it.
and
I wasn't that loud about the show.
He wasn't that loud about
Firefly and
Shogun.
Cool.
you were so loud about it, I completely
there's
forgot about
actually
it.
a
How's that?
show I think Blue should watch that,
And
but
actually, I wasn't loud enough about it.
it's not an anime, but I kind of consider it an anime. It was a Disney Channel show. It did get canceled, but they give it a good ending. The Owl House. It has next level animation in my opinion, and it is really good. It's based off of Witch Hat Ulterior a little bit with the magic system, I think. Like
Yeah.
some It's based off of that a little bit.
Which you say? Mm-hmm.
Witch Hat Until yeah, it's called the Owl House. But it's about witches.
I really want to talk about this, and this is a good segue for it. I have been obsessed with Witch Hat Atelier. So, Witch Hat Atelier is, in my opinion, the modern day Harry Potter. It is basically, if you take Harry Potter, put it in a manga blender, and out pops something more progressive and better than Harry Potter. Which is crazy because Japan is way more conservative than America, and somehow it is more progressive. But either way, Witch Hat Atelier is about a society of like old society. I think it's like based in France. That's why it's called an atelier. It's based off medieval old France, and it is a girl wants to become a witch. However, witches are born. Like, you have to be born a witch in this society in order to become a witch.
Oh, thank goodness, because I was born a witch. Okay.
Yeah, so you can become that. However, the big plot twist is that's actually a lie. What it is that all witches that are born into the society are keep it a huge secret that actually anyone can use magic, because in the past, people who were able to use magic used it for very bad things. And so it is like a moral like study on humanity as a whole, if they had the power of magic, and what lengths you will go through to preserve that power, even though they could do like miracles of like saving lives and like destroying rival empires. But like keeping that to yourself, even though you know that this stuff that could you have could potentially help millions, but also at the same time hurt millions. So it's a big like moral quandary throughout the show, and it is so good. Like every time I read it, I am left with so many questions in my head about like personal philosophies and stuff like that. Really good read. I know an anime is coming out of it. I think they announced it for this year, but I don't know if that's changed since then. But dear God, as soon as it is released on anime, that's gonna be my Firefly. Like, I'm going to try to get everyone to watch that show, because people need to realize how amazing that is.
Blue broke my heart with that, by the way, because like so let me explain. Now,
is this about the Shogun thing?
No, this is about the Firefly thing. Actually.
Oh, okay.
This is nothing to do with Shogun. I'm actually more heartbroken about Firefly, and I'll tell you for why. Shogun was annoying, but to be expected. Basically, that was, I told her about it, she forgot about it, and then presented it to me as if it was a new show I'd never heard of. But that's a whole different argument.
But you talked about that on the podcast before.
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
What I was more heartbroken by with Firefly is that I built it up, right, and I talked a lot about it. I sung its praises, fair enough, right? Now, I knew that Blue might try it, but it's a bit sci-fi-y, so probably wouldn't be her cup of tea. So I didn't expect her to watch it, but it would have been cool if she did. She just one day says in passing, oh yeah, I watched it and didn't like it. They never once mentioned it when she was watching it or directly after. Just one day we're in a call, and in passing, she's like, oh yeah, I saw it briefly, and it was, I didn't like it.
I tried one episode.
And I was like, what the fuck? Didn't even want to tell me that you were watching it. Just kind of randomly threw it out there. Yeah, I watched the thing you love, and it was pretty bad for me. I was like, dude, like I'm upset at you for that one. Like, my God.
What do you want me to say?
Hey, if it makes you feel better, Evan.
I'm being honest.
Evan, if it makes you feel better, she got me to watch Vikings. I watched the entire first season and I was like, I didn't really like it. So
yeah,
I did that to her.
Nobody watched it. I watched it. See, and I did watch Shogun.
It part. I don't mind the fact that you didn't like it. Like, we all have different interests. It was more just the fact that, like, it would be like me going, "Oh yeah, I tried that Pokemon thing you talk a lot about. Like last year, I didn't like it at all." Like,
but that's okay.
Just so thrown out.
Why? But we can't all like her. But it's okay. If you didn't like it, I'd be like, well, you have very poor taste, and that's okay.
No, again, you're misunderstanding my point. I have no problem with you disliking the thing I like. It's the way in which you bring it up.
It was the delivery, not the fact that you dislike it.
Sorry, I was probably just in a really, really blunt mood, probably. Because usually I do put icing on things, like I'll usually like, I probably was just in a mood and was like super blunt.
I think you might have been in a mood with me, actually. I think you were in a mood with me over something. I don't know what it was.
Probably. Knowing you, knowing us, probably.
Probably for sure.
Actually,
Probably.
there's also this
Firefly's
one
still the best
anime.
show ever.
There's also an anime that I like. It's called The Irregular at Magic High School. It's actually very based in reality, somewhat. Basically, it's in the future of like 2090, whatever. And
Ooh,
technology
I'll
evolved
be
into
like 50 then.
magic is now considered a technology. As it like technology got so advanced, there's magic now. Like,
It's just magic now.
well, the technology makes people magical or whatever. It's technology is a magic, so it's really good. I like it. Waiting for the movie to come out. Actually, I finished all seasons. Now I'm waiting for the movie.
Does it ever disappoint you guys when you watch a show? Like, I think the best example of this is Back to the Future, where they talk about time travel and like they travel to a specific year that you're living in, and none of the shit in that movie or series is actually in real life. Like, I
You
remember
mean
it
like we're
being,
not on hoverboards right now?
yeah,
Like that?
I remember it
Yeah.
being like a huge meme, like the day before. Like, what was the date in Back to the Future? It was something 2015, right? Like it was.
Yeah, November.
Go ahead.
November 5th, 2015.
I remember on November 4th, 2015, that everyone was making memes about like, hurry guys, someone has 24 hours to invent flying cars and hoverboards.
Yeah.
Hurry, everyone. Same thing happened in same thing with Code Geass, even though it is an anime and it's an alternate future. But like they set theirs in 2022. And I'm like thinking to myself, damn, it'd be so cool if I had like flying mecha right now in 2025. Like I can't help but just be like slightly disappointed. I feel like especially with sci-fi stuff, you need to make sure that the future that you are predicting, it needs to be somewhere that you're not going to be alive to see it. Because I know if I worked on Back to the Future and I was still alive today, I'd feel slightly disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
You know what I found really annoying about that? You know, I'm actually kind of glad we're past that year now, because I remember when I was like a teenager, or well, I was 12 actually. I remember like that year, everybody was inventing a hoverboard, and all the examples or all the designs were terrible. So the biggest and most famous one was literally a fake one made by Lexus, which was used literally just as a promotional ad for a new car. Because of course hoverboards and cars have a lot in common, right? And that one was using special effects, and they used like a little electromagnetic track, so it worked like a maglev, basically, if you guys know how maglev trains work. And then the other famous design was one that Tony Hawk got to try, and that one barely went. When I say it barely went off the ground, it barely went off the ground and was super impractical to use. And then you had like Kickstarter campaigns of people trying to make hoverboards, but they just didn't work, or blatantly weren't hoverboards because they had big wheels in the middle of them.
Dams.
Like I remember hating that year because it felt like a bait and switch constantly. We've got the hoverboard. No, we don't. There's a fucking wheel in the middle. That's not a hoverboard. Until there is no wheel and it is literally all 100% off the ground, it's not hovering. It hovers though. No, it doesn't. It needs a track. But it's off the ground. Yeah, by a micrometer. Like I remember being glad when we stopped with this fucking hoverboard push. They also started calling, when Swegways became popular. Swegways are like the segways without the handlebars.
Segways,
No,
yeah.
I'm talking about Swegway.
Oh, it's a different thing.
Swegways are the ones.
Sorry.
Yeah, so segways have the handlebars that you hold on to. Swegways with a W don't have handlebars. They're the ones you just stand on and they just move. They were called hoverboards too, and that really irritated me. So I was very relieved when we got past this bullshit hoverboard era of not hoverboards.
True.
Little minor generational thing that I just had to bring up there, you know.
You have to get your spotlight in this episode somehow. We're talking too much about anime.
Too much anime. I'm just a background character for this. There's nothing I can add.
Same. I'm just jumping in when I can.
Oh, I got something to talk to you about later, Blue. Don't worry.
Okay, what's up?
I said later. First off, I want to talk about trains.
Trains.
So, okay.
I like train.
Magic. I know that you are big into the history of steam trains, and I've been getting into like public infrastructure a lot recently because of my favorite series in the world, Jet Lag. and I see how like amazing Europe has like this interconnected train network, and I think to myself, damn, I really want that in America. But like I want to know like the history of trains in general, because obviously, if I remember correctly, the trains were made in London, but like most of the infrastructure around trains was created here in America, and then UK and Europe just is the one that actually modernized it. Same with Japan and stuff like that. But why don't we have trains that often here, other than the fact that cars are a thing now? Magic.
Well, honestly, I'm pretty sure it's basically that they made the highway, so that's literally the reason. The reason we don't have trains like as much as everyone else does is because they thought cars would be better than trains.
And
That's
why are they wrong?
because you have to know how to drive a car. Not everyone can drive a car, and it's not public transportation. It's one per car per person, and not to mention,
Per family.
yeah, per family. And if you can't buy a car, then you just can't go anywhere. And if
Yeah, good.
The-
The other countries
stand
do,
by.
like they have both. They have a lot of cars, but they also use trains.
Mm,
And I mean, and even countries like my favorite, Norway, that is their main source of transportation as far as getting across their country. It's very common in the UK, of course. You know, we hear about. I
Oh,
remember
in the
little
UK, but
Lammy
it still
being
works.
like. I remember Lammy being like 12 or 11 talking about waiting for their train. And I was like, what? Like,
Yep.
you're a baby. And I say that lovingly, Lammy. But like, you know, I
Yeah.
remember just being like so blown away. Like in America, we'd be like, no way my 11-year-old's out there taking a train by themselves.
Yeah,
But here in the US, it's such a foreign concept.
the culture is so like the culture of like public transportation is so backwards in America because it's kind of seen as like anything that is not a car is inferior, and you're either too poor or you're just too stupid to drive. And it's just not the case. Like honestly, in every developed country that has a really high quality of life, like cars are more of a background thing. A lot of people have them. They're obviously functional. People do own them and drive them everywhere. But the majority of people predominantly rely on public transportation because it's quick, it's easy. People often go, oh, but you have less personal liberty if you don't have a car. And it's like, well, do you though? Because you still
No, not
have to
really.
be
It's
in
more
through the traffic.
freeing to not.
It's
Yeah, it's actually more
like
freeing, I would think.
it's because you have to find a place to park your car. You have to deal with traffic jams. You have to deal
Plus,
with
you
roadblocks.
pay
You have to deal with you have to pay. You have to deal with other people
gas,
driving.
insurance, maintenance, oil changes, fire
responsible for your own
tires.
safety.
Mhm.
Whereas in a train, you
make
pay
sure
a
to top
small
up your
fee,
antifreeze.
and it just takes you where you're
Antifreeze,
going.
windshield wiper fluids,
Exactly.
Yeah,
transmission
everything.
fluids.
My
Like,
blinker
honestly, everything.
fluids.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
no. So
Car
it's the thing.
deodorizers, you
The
know?
cultural attitude towards public transportation in America is like it's the most backwards of every Western country. Like every Western country has a really strong belief that like public transportation is the key, and it's a culturally accepted thing across everybody. But in America in particular, it's like the most developed country in the world that has like the most backwards mentality, like from everything I've seen anyway, on public transportation. And it honestly sucks because it would this like society would just operate better if there was more of it. And that's just true of any nation, particularly America. So it is a
I
shame.
I do know that train whenever like people were going to from like whenever not all of the US was developed, like most of it was still prairie, they used trains to get from one side of the country to the other because prairie you just there's nothing there. So you just
Yeah. Like it
train.
was the big like during Civil War era time, trains were used
In
a
the
lot.
Western days,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
when we were
We still have quite
still
a few trains where I live.
manifesting
We still
destiny,
train.
you know.
My
We have trains here.
my grandmother's literally going like to the other side of the country, and obviously I know England is tiny, like I know, but
Just a
like my
baby.
grandmother is literally independently going to the other side of the country on her own, like next week to see family, and it'll be purely by train because it's accessible. I did the same thing with her. We went to the same place last year. This time she is going on her own. She kind of planned it last minute, and I couldn't get work off, so she's going on her own. But like again, it's just so simple and so streamlined that like she has no anxieties about as an elderly woman like doing this on her own because it's so like obviously again in England it's actually kind of shit in comparison, but like we still have it. Like it's still, when you compare like other countries that don't have it, like America, or have it but don't have it to the same degree, it's like it's still so luxurious.
Mm-hmm. But Magic, in particular, when it comes to trains, you're a big fan of steam trains, if I remember correctly.
Most certainly. They're beautiful and mechanical. I just like that's how they are. They have the mechanics is on the outside. You see the pistons, the wheels moving. Diesel train, you don't see anything. It's just basically a car but on train tracks. Nothing interesting to look at.
What about
A steam
electric trains?
pretty much the same thing
Same,
as
yeah.
diesel.
They look sleek, but like it's not as cool when you don't see like parts moving. I feel like especially like people like seeing things in motion, and so when like aesthetically seeing things working together, or like cogs and gears or pistons and stuff like that moving, it's so much more satisfying to see a thing like that happen.
Agreed.
How fast can steam trains move, by the way, Magic? Do you know?
No, I'm not 100% sure the max speed, but we have Google, so.
Do you think that if we wanted to, we could have a reliable transportation network based off steam trains, or do you think they would just be too slow that no one would ever use them? Because I know we run off of diesel right now with Amtrak, if I remember correctly.
In my opinion, it might work, but I just really don't like steam engines. I find are better for like not commercialized, like mostly my opinion, because they run on coal and stuff, so they burn. Which kind of negatively impacts things. And if steam trains were everywhere, they'd be burning so much coal and wood, and it would just, in my opinion, it wouldn't be good. But it probably could be possible to do everything on steam engines. A lot of places still use steam engines because they're historical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I remember watching a video series of a guy going from the southernmost train station in America in Florida all the way to Alaska through train.
Sam. Was that Sam?
No, it's a completely separate guy. But like, he basically just took the entire east coast of America up to Canada and then took a Canadian train all the way to Alaska, because it was like, it's just easier to do that than go all the way from like Virginia to Washington, because the train network in America is so bad. Now, I'm not saying that Canada's is better. It still took him 5 days to get from one side of the country to the other on the train. But like,
they probably have more options than just Amtrak. Like we have just Amtrak, basically.
Well, he used a very specific train that is like very well known, I think, in train enthusiasts, called the Guardian. And it's a like luxury train. So it is a train that stops at like multiple points along Canada, but it goes all the way from like Toronto all the way to Alaska, which is a huge distance, mind you. And it is like very luxurious. Like it is extreme. It's for like wealthy tourists to get on it in the first place. So it looked really fun though. But yeah, all of that to say, America, invest in better train network.
Just public transportation in general, please and thank you. I would think it, Obby, how easy it'd be for me to come see you. You know what I mean? If there was like some kind of just, like hop on the train and
every day. How like I live so close to Chicago, but it's still a 2-hour car ride to get to Chicago. Easily, if they made like an electric train station, it would be a 45-minute drive or 45-minute train ride. If they would just invest in like high-speed rail and stuff.
We have that here, which is kind of nice. Like I can go about 30 minutes drive and then take a train from here to Seattle, which takes you, and it it takes you literally in between all the stadiums. So to go to like a Mariners game or a Seahawks game or a Kraken game or a Sounders game or even a concert, you can take the train and it's so much cheaper. I'm not paying for, parking. I'm not paying gas to get there. I'm not sitting in traffic. Like it's brilliant.
actually
And
did
I,
this
I
today.
I wish it wasn't just open certain times. I wish it was just all the time. Like I could just take this all the time.
It's genuinely interesting you say that because literally, I'm not even kidding. Earlier today, my friend, one of my best friends, and his younger brother, actually were going on the train today to a concert. Now because it's the UK, their trains
What
were
concert?
delayed. It was a Kendrick Lamar concert.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh,
Oop,
So it's
Obby just
not
got
like
excited.
us. Not like us.
It's in Glasgow, and he like they
Glasgow.
because it's the United Kingdom, like our trains were like their trains were majorly delayed. They were delayed like 3 times over. Like, and of course, train delays.
You have to
happen
leave
everywhere,
like
but
way early to like
Yeah.
take an account
This
for
is-
lateness.
this
Okay.
this is why the UK train sucks.
That's just
It's
how
not
I
so
work.
bad.
So wait, Evan,
It's more just-
were they
Yes.
like I got to the train station?
Just say yes. Mhm,
They-
yeah.
He doesn't understand. He doesn't
no.
listen to Kendrick.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to Kendrick. No. I had a feeling you were referencing. No, but they they went today. So in the UK, like when you're
Rad.
planning a trip via train, if you're going a decent enough distance, yeah, you definitely want to leave way earlier than you think, just so your train isn't gonna affect you if it's delayed, because delays are very normal here. Like you almost have to plan around delays all the time. And then the one time that you're really on time and really early, the train's actually perfectly on time. So you have nothing to do for several hours because you got to your destination way earlier than you thought. So
Still be
it's
better
great,
than
yeah.
than having to drive somewhere, though. I tell you.
that is
Like
it
it's
is-
one of the I actually turn down like sometimes invitations to Seattle, like if a friend invites me to a game or something, or even some shows I've turned down because I'm thinking, God no, like I'm gonna have to drive. It's an hour and a half drive, and then with traffic, it could be a 2-hour drive. There's one time I left my house to go to a Mariners game. Now it should only take me an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes to get there. And it was like 3.5 hours. I was sitting in traffic.
Oh,
and then to
God.
find parking is $50. And that's a Mariners game. Seahawks games, that's like $100. And it's just like, no,
Jesus.
hard pass. Thanks.
If I were you,
Never
I would be
mind.
like,
But if I can take the train,
if it's not train day, I'm not going at that point.
exactly. And it doesn't run all the time. And that's just it. Like if it ran all the time, I'd be like, oh my gosh, let's go spend the day in Seattle because I love Seattle. But the idea of the driving to Seattle, the frustrations, I will sit somewhere for 3 hours and wait for a train. No problem. No problem. I have my phone, I have my Switch. I can bug you guys, like literally no problem. But traffic anxiety shoots up and parking and so many one ways. And I'm not against one-way streets. I'm not like one of those like I won't drive somewhere
My
that has
dad
one-way
hates
streets.
one-way streets.
I just don't like them. Like it's, you know what? In your own area, it's no big deal. But when you're in like a new big city and there's so much traffic and it's so different, and you think you're going the right way, and then you realize, oh my God, that's a one-way street. I can't turn, and it just my anxiety shoots way up. So yeah, train's great. It literally drops you out and off right in the center of everything. You walk around, you spend the day, you do whatever you want, and then you get back on the train, come home, and then get in your car and drive the extra 30 minutes home. Like, and if we had this like all over, like Volky came to see me. You guys know this. Volky, who was on, we had a guest host, Volky. When he came to see me, he took Amtrak, he took the train, and it took longer than driving, and of course it took way longer than flying, but he got to see some of the country, and I was just like, that is so rad. Like, I think it'd be so cool to do that. And yeah, if we had trains that connected easier than Amtrak, if it was more just mainstream to take trains across the country, I think I'd be visiting a lot more people, that's for sure.
If we had a better train network, I would take so many sleeper trains to just see around the country.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. It'd have to be a sleeper train. I remember Volky, I think they said they did not take a sleeper train, but I'd be like, I need to sleep. Like I need my own, not even to sleep. I just need quiet. Like I need to not be around people for a tiny bit. You know what I mean?
So did he take like
hibernate in
3
there.
separate trains? Like he just went on a train, got off, got a hotel, then got on a new train every day?
No. I think they just literally stay in their seats. I think they just sleep in their seats or something.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. We'll have to ask Volky because I've actually wondered that same thing. Or Magic, do you know? Do you know how that works with trains?
Yeah,
Like,
actually,
it-
I
yeah,
think I
tell
know the
us.
route they took. I think they stop a lot. Like make stops along the way. I think that's how
Just
it
to
works.
like stretch your legs. I don't remember
Well,
him
that's what you
spending the
do want to
night
do.
anywhere else. Yeah. He I know they got off in Everett. Everett's the one that which is the trains place I just told you about. Everett's where our little train central is. And which he found very interesting because that's if you guys watch the Netflix documentary called Titan about the, submarine, it's all about Everett. Like Everett's in there a ton, and you can say, hey, that's where Volky got off the train. There you go. You're welcome. But yeah, I think it's I know that's where he got off, and then he drove to Anacortes. He drove to or wherever it is I live. I don't know.
He rented
Yeah,
a
he drove
car
up
and
here.
drove.
Yeah. Well, he didn't. His he had gone with his family, so his
Yeah.
parents did. Yeah. He just was along for the ride, so
I would have probably just
Yeah.
Ubered the entire time.
it's like a 30 it's like because they wanted to go to Seattle and see the sights too. Like I think there was
Fair
a few
enough.
there's like a big Lego thing
But
there.
see,
And
now that I know there's a train connecting you in Seattle, I would be so less
Yeah.
likely to get a rental car if I ever saw you. Because I would
Yeah.
definitely only go there if it was to go to a Seattle convention. Because I know they do have a anime convention in Seattle called Anime Impulse. And I was thinking about going this year, but then surgery and stuff like that happens. I can't do
Yeah.
that. But definitely if I ever go, it would be around that time, and I would make sure that I'd see you, obviously.
Of course.
I'd make
Comic-Con's
sure
really
I
big
would
here, huh, Magic?
also...
You know that, don't you? Our Comic-Con in
Yeah,
Seattle is pretty big.
I'm very much into Comic Cons. I just am not currently able to do what I want at a Comic Con right now. So
I would also
Well, if you
make
ever get
sure
here, if you
if
ever
I
get to the
go...
Seattle one, we'll dress up. Mm-hmm.
I'll also make sure if I do ever go and visit you that Riley cannot talk like she doesn't in any other call. So I want her to be just as mute.
Can you imagine
I
her
want
just
to
sitting
not her
silent?
I just want her to not make a single sound. If she breathes, I will be mad.
I don't think she said a single word the entire time Volky was here, and we saw him multiple times while he was here.
Well,
I don't
she
think
did.
we even
She
went to
probably
the
just
movie with
whispered
him.
it over to Nin or something.
No, she just. I think you can just communicate with her by eye movements, facial gestures, no, yes. She might have said a few words while he was here, but yeah, Riley's just very quiet. It's so funny you said that. Nin talks a lot, so yeah, Nin was pretty chatty. Nin and Volky talked quite a bit. So.
Yeah,
I got real nervous.
I remember seeing a video of Nin and Volky talking that you posted, and I was like, damn, it's they're already best friends.
Yeah, Nin is like that. He's very personable. Nin loves to talk to people. He not like strangers so much, but one-on-one. Yeah, he's good.
One-on-ones are so
Very
much.
cool.
I am the kind of person.
I can't do group.
I can do group. I love being in a group of people, but the smaller the group, the more I feel part of the group, if that makes sense. When you have a giant group, back in my anime club, we would have 20 people in the same room talking all about different stuff because they all form their separate groups and talk about whatever they want. But if you get only a 5-6 person group of people, it's so much more fun, in my opinion. I like having the smaller groups of people. It just makes you kind of feel bad because then your wider friend group isn't there, and it's oh, am I giving them FOMO? Well, that sucks. I don't want to be the cause of FOMO, but I'm also it's so much more fun when it's a smaller group of people sometimes.
Yeah. I'm a 2 to 3 person, so one-on-one or maybe one other person, or if I'm really feeling of interest that day, maybe a 4th person. But yeah, I hate to exclude people, but sometimes that has to happen for me to feel really comfortable and to really open up and have a good time, because you add in that 4th or 5th person and then boom, there goes Kimber. She just mutes, you know what I mean? I just kind of shut down and smile a lot and look down a lot and nod my head a lot and act like I'm looking, but I'm not, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much experience with that because I don't talk to people in real life, so I can't really bring that stuff up. So.
Scary.
There's scary
It's okay,
people
Magic.
out there,
They're
Magic.
scary. Yeah. Stay in the shallow end where it's safe.
My friend
But no,
group
there's
regularly
some of you
does
guys
like
really
10
do.
people meetups, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I've done a couple
find those,
meetups. Ugh, they made me anxious. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to cut over you. I was just gonna say I'm kind of the same. I like meeting people and connecting with people. Like I definitely do enjoy that. And my working in retail and having to talk to people, locals and strangers all the time, really has got me better at that. But the idea of like big meetups, like group meetups, yeah, I don't like them. In fact, like I'm this person, and maybe you guys will relate to this, maybe you won't, but I don't always like it when like my friends bring their friends who I've never met before, and it's not because I don't want to meet their friends or that I think negatively, but I'm like, oh, that's an extra
You have
person
to hold
here.
yourself
This is
to
not
a different standard because someone is
you
different. There.
do. It's somebody new is here. I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting you. Who are you? Like, go away. You're not part of the group. And it's like, well, that's my friend's friend. So of course I have the philosophy of if they're a friend of so and so, they're a friend of mine.
The way I do
You're
it is
such an old man. I love it.
This is something that happens a lot in friend groups because obviously, like, especially if you're in a friend group with a bunch of single people, they're obviously going to have relationships, and their relationships are going to meet you and become part of the friend group over time. The first thing I like to do if I ever meet someone new who's like a new boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever kind of relationship they have, I'll just go up to them and try to say something extremely crass and see how they react right away. I can't actually repeat what I would normally say.
Do you own a hair? You're like, do you own a hairbrush or no? And then you see how they react. Like,
no, like I'm testing the waters, if you will. Well,
yeah.
like how crass.
Like putting them down or something funny. I can't tell.
It's like I would have to bleep out what I would say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I would say something very gross to see like a reaction and see how chill they are with me doing that, because that's like the ultimate just like way to figure out if this person is chill or not, you know? Like you go up to them, you say something very crass, if they react kindly, or if they have a chuckle and stuff like that, you're like, hey, this guy's good,
yeah, okay, you're my people,
yeah.
And if they're like offended, you're like, okay, well, there went any potential friendship we will ever have.
Like, yeah. Mm.
That's funny.
For sure.
I don't really have that problem so much because, like I said, I do a lot of just one-on-one hangouts, and I have had a few meetups. Like my Twitter group that I used to be a big part of used to do meetups at like different games, like whether it be Mariners games or Seahawks games, and to be tailgating. And I'm in the pictures, but like half the people probably wouldn't have even known I was there because I just, I just kind of keep to myself, and I'm the one on the very edge on the end, just trying to like get through this, and like, when will the game please start so we can all go to our seats, kind of thing. Even at concerts we do meetups, like Twitter meetups. When Pearl Jam was here in Seattle a couple years ago, there was a big meetup, and there's like 30 of it. I mean, we're talking a lot of people, like Twitter friends, that we're all gonna meet at this section and hang out and have a beverage, and my anxiety just shoots way up, like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to talk. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to say hello. Like, okay, you can do this, you
You got this, Kimber.
You got this. You can say hi. I believe in you.
Yeah. Can we
It's
talk
hard.
about
What's up,
Marvel
Magic?
Rivals now?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Marvel Rivals personally is one of my favorite games. I like it. The Scarlet Witch is in it, and
what do you like about it? What draws you to this game?
It's not a normal shooter game. It's like magic and like superpowers instead of like weapons.
Ah, gotcha.
Well, sometimes there's still plenty of weapons in it.
There are plenty of weapons, but it's diverse. It's not just weapons.
I'm a big fan of Rivals, so I know that we have like a very core group of skaters who like play it way too much. Me, BB, Shadow, who recently came on Skade, Trashy has put in a lot of hours on it. Like all of us are like level 40 plus, and we all have like hundreds of hours in it at this point. And I very much like Rivals. It is a very fun game. Definitely better than Overwatch for sure. But I know that Wanda is one of your favorite heroes. I also like using Wanda. What other heroes do you use, Magic? I know you've used Doctor Strange before.
Yes, Doctor Strange. Even though she's not a hero, I kind of like her hella. I don't get to use her often, but I do really like
Yeah.
Hela. She's
Everyone calls me crazy when I say that Hela, it works exactly like Wanda. It just requires you to have aim. Because everyone's like, no, she is not like Wanda at all. But like, she has a stun ability. She has an ability that allows you to be invulnerable and get away. The only difference is that she doesn't have a beam and that you actually have to aim with her and snipe. That's the only difference. And her ult's different, but that's besides the point. Like, everyone, I think, is crazy when they don't think that. But yeah, Hela is a really fun character to play as well. Evan, you're also Evan also has played Rivals quite a bit. Mostly you play Thor, sometimes you play Ultron or Squirrel Girl, if I remember correctly.
Is this the game that he cusses at people? Is it that one?
That's every game.
I know, I was just kidding. But I think Rivals brings out a little extraness in Evan. So.
Well, it is a competitive shooter game. Like, I don't know about you, but like when it comes to Evan's like rage moments in video game, I am perfectly okay with him raging in Marvel Rivals because I rage in Marvel Rivals.
It's a ragey game.
It is a very ragey game because you're playing against other people and you know that most of the time it's because of a skill difference that you're not doing as well. And
it's not like the little beans guy that falls over. Was that game Fall Guys?
Yeah.
Not
like
that.
Fall Guys, it's still a skill-based game too, so.
I'm a rager at competitive games through and through. Like, and I am a very competitive person in general. And so I will make a competition out of everything. Like, I had to unlearn like the competitive side of Golf It, which is literally a game where you're dicking around and just shooting a ball.
Yeah, that's
so
the thing though.
I'm very...
When was Golf It ever competitive?
I know it's not. But this is how you know that you're not as competitive as me, because even though it's not competitive at all by nature, I still made it competitive. Damn it! Like,
yeah, you did. You called the hole many things.
I called that hole so many names that it would make I don't know.
You'd make a nun blush. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of a nun joke. That's really funny. I was thinking of like a Mother Teresa type joke, but I didn't have the charisma to finish it.
Don't get me wrong. Golf It does annoy me sometimes. Like, even just earlier today, I was complaining because Ben was guarding the only entrance that me and Gustav could go through in order to get to the hole. And so I tried to circumvent him by going around. But for some reason, there was a fucking invisible barrier in the way that basically made you respawn every time. And I'm just like, why is that there? Why is that there? That
and then
is
you hear
stupid.
Ben just snickering. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He messed up one of my holes in one, so I get it.
I didn't rage, but like I was peeved at that. It's not the fact that he is the one trolling me, because like I don't really care if people troll me, because like
He usually doesn't troll.
And usually in golf too. Well, like usually in golf, there's always another way to get around them trolling. Like there's never a place where it's like you are the only obstacle in the way. Like you can usually circumvent it somehow. But no, that course was like, you can only take this path. You can only go that way. You can't cut the course. And it was crazy because all other holes in that course you were allowed to. But yeah, Marvel Rivals, I'm definitely a big fan. I know season 3 is coming out soon, which I'm excited. Phoenix is a new character. Which
APL is in the game? That's awesome.
No, Phoenix before Phoenix. This Phoenix has been around since the 1960s. Sorry.
More importantly.
This is the one Phoenix got their name from.
Actually, Phoenix got their name because I told them they are a rising Phoenix. That's how. I did not know there was a literal superhero named Phoenix. That's really funny.
Yeah, she's a X-Men.
A Marvel thing?
Well, if they're in Marvel Rivals, I would assume that they're probably a Marvel character.
You're right.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
They're kind of sometimes she's compared to the Scarlet Witch. Sometimes,
yeah, she is known for being like one of the strongest heroes in the entire verse.
Wow. Okay.
It's so funny to me when it comes to like Marvel Rivals, because like I'm not part of power scaling, Marvel characters that often, but like I know basic just power scaling. Like I know that there should be in no world that a Spider-Man should be able to defeat a Thor. Like that's never supposed to be able to happen. But it is so funny to me to see like Spider-Man coming in, wrecking like Mantis from the Guardians, wrecking like Adam Warlock, like these characters who are like galactic threats and stuff. And Spider-Man's like, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
They sound like, yeah.
It's
Oh,
so
don't
funny to me sometimes.
or the Scarlet Witch. Literally in the movie, she was put in a prison that's supposed to be impossible to break out of, but she bent it the reality of it so much that she broke out. Like she
Hmm.
was trapped in a prison that's supposed to be impenetrable, but since she can bend reality, she bent the reality of the prison.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Wanda
That's
is one of
smart.
the strongest heroes in all of Marvel. Same thing with Squirrel Girl too. But Squirrel Girl is a meme. Like she is meant to be powerful because it's a joke.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch is powerful. She's again like she's my favorite because powerful, but also her magic is well, I don't know. I just
Her
like her.
magic's fun.
Yeah,
Mm.
the Multiverse of Madness movie was my favorite. I just loved how she just like KO'd everyone.
Yeah, I was a big fan of WandaVision. That is, and ironically, probably one of my favorite things Marvel's done. And it sucks because the MCU has just not been the same ever since Endgame. So,
Yeah. Though Agatha all along, I really liked that series. It kind of extended WandaVision, but I personally loved it. It was really good. Jake, I know they loved it.
hmm.
It was it's kind of a spin-off of the WandaVision thing, which is with the main villain from that WandaVision being in this one. But
Mm.
also, I liked it mostly because they used practical effects for the whole show. They barely used like CGI. It was mostly practical effects.
Oh, wow.
It's
The
really
only
cool.
only thing they used CGI for was for like magic. You can't just make or blasting lasers in the air without CGI. So
Hmm. My roommate, she showed me a movie recently, her favorite movie of all time, which is Labyrinth with David Bowie.
Oh
And
my gosh, it's so good.
she was going on and on about it, about how like they used real puppets the entire time, like not all the time, but like most of those were like actual puppets and actual people moving those puppets around and stuff like that. And she was going on and on about like how little CGI they used in that movie from like the 1980s. And so when it got to the scene where like all the Firefox things came out and it was obviously just her being green screen in, or the main character being green screen in, I just look at her with a
Yeah.
smug face and be like, uh-huh, so puppets, you say? And she's like, okay, not all of the movie is puppets, but like a good majority of it is. And it's like, yeah, liar.
That's funny. You
But
should
hey,
watch The Neverending Story if you're gonna go way back. Have you heard of that movie?
no.
Oh my
And I
gosh,
will
it's
say
so old.
overall, I wasn't a big fan of Labyrinth, but David Bowie killed it. And if it wasn't for
David Bowie
David
was
Bowie in that
amazing.
movie, I probably would not watch it again.
since we're talking about favorite movies and shows, my personal favorite is Precure, or it's kind of pronounced Pretty Cure in Japanese, but I love Precure. It's basically Sailor Moon, pretty much, except it
Oh.
has like 20 something different seasons, 50 episodes each.
Magical girl anime.
Yep, and it's basically based off hope. Like the more they get more powerful as the show goes on, basically because they have hope in themselves, and they just good conquering darkness or whatever. It's the whole
Sounds very
thing of
similar to a fairy tale. I don't know if you've ever watched that Magic, but
oh no, I've watched it. I'm like on episode 70 something.
yeah, it sounds very similar to that from what you were talking about. I do like fairy
Yeah,
tale. It's a very good show.
yeah. You're talking about the anime, right?
Yeah, the anime fairy tale.
Okay, yeah, yeah. And Precure is always good. Another thing I like about Precure is they have these movies every year where they cross over. It's basically, I like to call it the Precure universe, multiverse. Like basically they all exist, but together, but they exist like in a multiverse of the shows. Like they meet up in movies, like all of the Pretty Cures from different universes meet up in a movie for like a. It's called Pretty Cure All Stars, which is I personally haven't watched the movies, but I know that they're really good because they have crossing over of all the different teams and everything, and I just love that kind of thing and how it's a whole multiverse of characters. Every season is just another universe version of the show.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. Sorry.
Well, you wouldn't. I mean, it's not something you would watch, honestly.
Sounds really interesting though. I like
Oh,
how
yeah.
they all kind of come at the end. They all come together.
Well, that's
Power
in the
of
movie.
Sounds
friendship.
like.
Yeah, well, it's not always the power of friendship. Sometimes it's hope. Sometimes it's okay.
It's what?
Usually,
What
Oh,
is
hope.
hope if not just the power of friendship to non-friends?
yeah, it's usually about some team trying to cover the world in darkness or whatever or something, and they have every episode they create monsters or whatever to defeat, and each episode they defeat another monster, and sometimes the monsters get stronger and they get power ups, and then
Mm.
it sounds cliche, but I really like it. I've already watched like 9 of this series. So my personal favorite is Smile Pretty Cure, which was used to be called Glitter Force, but that was actually one of the worst dubs I've ever. I watched Smile Pretty Cure, the original, and then I watched Glitter Force. Glitter Force is the dub of Smile Pretty Cure, and it was horrible. They took out like 20 episodes that were all based in Japan. They just basically whitewashed it. That's what
Dub,
it's done.
dubs of magical girls anime always get such a bad rap because there's been like a very known big history of like dubbing over like magical girls and it changing the story entirely. I think the biggest example of this is Sailor Moon, that they turn I've never watched Sailor Moon personally, but I do know that two of the members of Sailor Moon, or the like sailors and stuff like that, are lesbians, or like they form a romantic relationship with each other. In the English dub, though, they are referred to as cousins. And so there comes a scene where they kiss, and it's like, oh, now you changed a lesbian romance into an incest scene. Great job there, dubbing company. That surely did not screw up any fans ever.
Yeah. But like I said, Glitter Force wasn't my favorite because they did 2 versions of the Pretty Cure. It was Doki Doki Precure and Smile Precure, and they turned them into Glitter Force. If they would have kept like how I said, they had a lot of episodes where it was all based in Japan, like Japan lore, like or going to a bathhouse or like someplace in Japan, and they cut all those episodes and they whitewashed it, so it's basically just the episodes of them fighting without any cultural stuff. It was complete. The voice acting wasn't bad. It was just they cut so much from it. So
So Blue,
yeah.
Yes. Hi.
I have something to tell you.
Okay, I'm ready. Rerun season 2 is coming out. I know. I'm excited.
No, I got something better to tell you.
Okay.
So remember back in like 2018, 2019, I was trying to get everyone to watch One Piece and everything, you know?
Yes.
I was a big
I
fan
remember
of
those
that.
days. Mhm.
And like
I heard about that.
you talked to me about like how you've never watched anime before except this one movie.
You watched it? Did you really watch
this
it?
one movie called Graveyard of the Fireflies.
Did you really watch it?
So
Did you watch it, guys?
I watched it for the first time because I thought I was going to cry, and I figured, well, if I'm gonna cry, I might as well watch it.
Here, this is I'm giving you a rice ball. There you go. That's a rice ball.
This is not a rice ball at all.
She had to pretend.
Oh, sorry. Pretending. It's a
Wait,
rice
hold
ball.
on. Oh, this looks much better. Here you go. This is a rice ball. There you go.
It does look better like a rice ball, honestly.
It does.
So yeah, I watched it. Finally.
What'd you think?
First impressions. It's good.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. Like, of course, it's a movie talking about like the trauma of like constant World War II in Japan and what it meant to be like a citizen during that time and stuff like that.
Right. Yep. Exactly. You would actually like the 7. Mm-hmm.
It talked a lot about that. But I can't help but think to myself, the aunt was right. Why did he not just go and get a job? He is so stupid for that. And I have to like suspend my disbelief a little bit because I know he's like 14. He makes stupid mistakes.
He's a child. He's just a bigger child than she is. Yeah.
But like he is taking care of a 3-year-old infant at this point.
Mm-hmm.
They just lost their mother. It's just like, yeah. You're a breadwinner now. You have to start helping out.
You're 13. Sack up, man.
You
have
have a
care of the family.
You have a great home right now. Now, I will say that the aunt, like the only thing that irked me about the aunt is that she willingly accepted him and a baby into her house, and she got mad that the baby's crying. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It also seemed that the cousin and the uncle did not mind them at all. It was only her that minded so much.
It was the mom. Yeah. It was
only her.
It's been like 8 years since I've seen this, and yes, I remember that very clearly. I didn't know what her problem was.
Yeah, but either way, like I do agree though. Like,
I can't believe you watched it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I've been asking him to watch this since like 28. Hold on. I have been asking Obby right there to watch this since like 2018, and it is now 2025. Okay, thank you. Wow. Yeah. So do you see now, like when I kept saying every time I see rice, my heart just twings a little bit? Like, yeah, I'm just like, oh, this rice ball. Like when I see rice balls, I'm just like, are you hungry? Like, do you need some rice balls? Mm-hmm. Makes you look at things. To me, it was a perspective movie. It made me look at things differently. And when I first watched it, it really hit me because I was still living in a very materialistic world at that time. I'm not. I'm a total minimalist now. Like I live my life very differently today than I did when I saw the movie. And that actually played a little bit of a role in it. Because, you know, it's like I'm watching this movie and I'm looking at all my takeout boxes everywhere. And I'm thinking like, how wasteful am I? You know, and I don't know. It really impacted me. And it's the first anime. It's the only anime movie I've ever seen. I've seen 2 shows, as you just mentioned. But it's the first actual anime movie, and that I carry it with me. Like I don't know what it was, but something in that movie just really stuck with me. The lesson, I don't know what it is.
I am very surprised though that you never went out to see more Studio Ghibli films, because they are like by far the most popular anime studio in the entire world because of like the movies that they make and the art style and stuff like that. And I watched this and I think to myself, it's a good movie. Like every Ghibli film, in my opinion, is a good movie. But like watching this and thinking like she would love so many other movies from this studio if she would just go ahead and watch them.
Send me like I'm very open to recommendations. So send me a recommendation and I will happily. I can easily commit to a movie than I can a show at this point. Yeah. So yeah.
Howl's Moving Castle is, I think, the first thing that she should watch. Have you watched Howl's Moving Castle, by the way, Magic?
No, I have not.
That's one that you should watch.
The Graveyard movie? Have you watched the one that we're talking about?
No. There's one I want to watch. I think I watched it from TikTok, like a version. I think it's called Spirited Away. And
Spirited Away is so good.
I just know there's a grandma lady, and I just want to know what
I saw it in theaters recently. Love it.
Anime in theaters?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have anime
That's a
movies.
They
thing?
have
Wow.
they have like especially Studio Ghibli, because Studio Ghibli, you got to realize, is like huge. Like they are huge, huge, huge. And so they do like yearly showings of movies in like a lot of theaters around the world, especially Regal. They have like a G Kids club that they will show like a Ghibli movie every month and stuff like that. Like they are extremely well known, like by like mainstream standards. Like it would be harder for me to find someone who has never seen Studio Ghibli or has never heard of Studio Ghibli than it would be to find someone who has, if that makes sense.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like even if they
It does
don't
make
know
sense.
the name of the company, they have seen one of their movies. Like you have seen Graveyard of Fireflies or Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, My Neighbor
Have you seen
Totoro,
any of these, Evan?
Howl's Moving Castle.
How I what? Sorry.
Have you seen any of these?
Have you ever seen a Studio Ghibli film?
No, I definitely have not.
But have you heard of Studio
I think
Ghibli?
we're the exception.
I've heard of Studio Ghibli.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I also know. I think yeah, everyone knows Studio Ghibli. Like, and you kind of even know like the art style.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing quite like watching a Studio Ghibli food scene and becoming extremely hungry afterwards.
Hunger, food, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, there's actually a good few anime that I like that's food based. One of them is Campfire Cooking in Another World. It is an isekai, but it is really good. It's basically he's not even necessarily overpowered. It's just about him cooking for his pet and the whole journey of him going throughout this world that he's been isekai'd into with cooking, and the food's animated perfectly, and it's getting a season 2. Actually, it's going to be coming up again in a few months.
Interesting.
It's yeah.
Would you like some dino nuggies? We're talking about food and I'm hungry.
We don't have dino nuggies here. I mean, they exist, but I just don't have any at the house.
I have dino nuggies in my hand right now. Speaking about
I have
food,
dino
though,
nuggies in my
hungry.
hand.
I'm hungry, and I think that we should wrap this up so I can go eat.
Yeah, no, this was a great podcast. Like this was really fun, Magic, having you here and getting to know you a little bit better and letting you have a platform to talk about the things you're interested in. Because as you know, on Skade, this guy right here and I tend to hog the mic time. So
a little bit.
so it's really good to have the podcast allows us to do a little more one-on-one talk versus just large calls. So
I agree.
Yeah,
so
look at
heavily.
you. You're ready, aren't you? I already know what you're doing. You're getting ready to place your item in your sign. So whenever you're ready, Magic, go ahead and find a spot and put up what you'd like us to remember you by.
I will say, if you want it to be on camera, it has to be below the shields on the black wall, or it has to be past the couch on the gray wall.
Yep. So from like here, this way on.
Yep, that works.
Yeah, you can do it right there. Mm-hmm.
And if you want to use shears to make it invisible, you can.
Yeah.
You just have to stand on the candle next to it, because for some reason...
Gay Crystal of Death. I love it. Gay Crystal of Death. Oh, it's so great, Magic.
Yep.
You got to do a sign too, though. You got to put a sign above it.
Mm-hmm. And we no longer have a format, by the way, because Arctic broke it, so...
Yeah, we can't be bothered anymore. So, yeah. You can say what you want. Name and date is the most important thing. So,
date? What's the
beyond
date
that?
today?
Today is July
8th.
2025. 7/8.
You can write whatever you want on it, as long as it doesn't get us get this video striked, Don't say a slur.
Mm-hmm. Please not. Please no.
Hi, lol. I like it. All right. Well,
LOL. I love it. It's great. Good luck, Evan.
With that, I think that's going to be the end of this podcast. Blue, you did the intro, so do you want to lead us out too?
Yeah, so thank you guys for hanging out with us. This is number 19. So you guys have been with us 19 episodes. That's about 19. That's probably about 25 hours of us talking. I'm sorry. But thanks for hanging out with us. If you guys would like to like it, please do. If not, that's okay. We're not picky. We just are happy that you hung out with us. And thank you, Magic, for being here. It was really rad to have you on our podcast. And like I said, got to talk to you and get to know you a little bit more. And yeah, so you guys, peace out. Have a great
Peace
day.
out.
Peace out.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Woo, bye. GG.